Focus. What are you focusing on today? So, what are you seriously, what are you focusing on in your life? Because whatever you focus on, guess what? Newsflash. Whatever you focus on, you will get more of. So let's talk about that. Right here. See, there's a positive and negative. Focus. Positive, negative. In life. Period. A battery in your car has a positive and a negative, right? But if they're correctly hooked up, it works, right? So you need a positive, but you also need a negative, but you don't just need a negative. A lot of people that I have seen in my life, including myself, sometimes I focus so much on the negative that I forget to be grateful for the positive. That's a fact. I've done it. We've probably all done it. Whoever's watching, if you're watching this video, you've probably done it. You focused on the negative so much that you only get more negativity in your life. Right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, now, let's say this eye here is negative. Now you shut that, come over here, and you focus on the positive. Shut that, come over here and focus on the negative. See, we gotta balance it out. We need dark and we need light. I like to refer to the dark as negative, right? Okay, how would you know that there has such a thing as positive light if there was not dark to counterbalance it, right? Like, the universe was created with a negative and a positive, a dark and a light. Like, light. If I shut this light off right now in this room, it will get dark. Now, we have to get this into our mind that if we focus on the positive, grateful, thankful, the good things that we have in our life. Thank God I woke up this morning. That's a positive all in its own. I'm telling you, we have so much to be thankful for. Why do we focus on the negative all the time? The conclusion I've came to is because we gravitate to the negative. But it doesn't say that we have to continue to focus on the negative just because we were created to be negative. You know, human nature is negative. But if you don't come against that human nature and focus on the positive, you won't have any positive things in your life. I'm not saying you won't have any, but you will not have nearly as many positive things in your life as you would like to have. Now, when you show up in a room full of people and you walk in, you bring positive energy to the room, people will literally want to talk to you. But if you bring in negative energy into that room, people will literally not want to talk to you. They won't even want you in the room, for God's sakes. I mean, hello? That's the truth. Now, positive, negative energy. See, energy is a real thing. And if we put out positive energy into the universe, you can guarantee you will get more positive things in your life. If I take this magnifying glass and I focus in on a piece of paper, I get a piece of paper and I focus in on it, on what it's saying, and I focus in on what it says. It magnifies, right? It's called a magnifying glass for a reason. Because the focus, if you will, is down to that big of an area instead of that big of an area. Right? You focus in. Now you can see what is really going on. If there is fine print on this envelope, it's so fine that I can't read it unless I focus in. Now I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. No wonder I was getting the wrong results, because I was focusing on the negative instead of the positive. I wanted positive, but I was focusing on the negative, forgetting that there's positivity in my life and gratefulness. Like the list, see, what we have to understand is the list of positivity and things that we can be thankful for will usually outdo the negative. But the problem is, we have to understand that we got to focus on the positive if that's what we want more of in our life, because you will reap what you sow. You will reap what you sow. If you put positive energy into your brain, you will reap positive energy sooner or later. Now, you might not reap it like instantly. Everybody wants instant gratification these days. What the heck? You know what? That brings me to something else. Instant gratification is not that gratifying. See, sometimes you gotta focus on positive energy for a while before you actually see the results. You gotta focus on, I've had things in my life where I've had to focus on positive energy for days, weeks, months, and years. And finally, I like to think of it this way. I don't have a ball, but I have, okay, I got this. I got a watermelon. I got a watermelon, okay? And then I got, okay, we'll call that the positive ball of energy. And now I got an apple. This is the negative ball of energy, okay? This ball of energy will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger if I feed it every day, all the time. It will get bigger. The negative ball will get bigger, right? That's just the law of the universe. Now, if I feed the positive ball of energy, it will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But if I don't feed it, I guarantee you it will eventually dwindle away to nothing. That's the fact. I don't care if you believe it or not. That's just the law. That's the law of the universe. Now, if I focus on this thing, this ball of energy, the negative ball of energy, it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And finally, it will be bigger than that watermelon, because it's just, we keep feeding it, right? Whatever you feed will flourish. One of my coaches said that phrase years ago on stage, Danny Johnson. She said that years ago. Whatever you feed will flourish, and it never left my mind ever since the day that she said it. Like 10 years ago, I heard that the first time. Whatever you feed will flourish. That's the truth, whether you believe it or not. We're all on the same planet. Whatever you focus on. Now, I'm going to show you something. Focus. We're going to talk about focus today. I'm going to take this sword and I'm going to cut this watermelon in half. Now, I don't recommend you do this. This is not my first time doing this, okay? I don't recommend it. I'm going to cut this watermelon in half. Focus, focus. Okay. See, that would have never happened if I would have not focused. Don't be distracted.